I call this G hard, cause I have no regard. Lollipop bitches, it's time to pull your card. You can charge me with murder, but I call it manslaughter. I lay you down like tracks on an old tape recorder, crackling and popping as I drop all of my hits, only stopping to change the cartridge when I hear the click. It's a steel cage revolution with no hope of a way out. My name is Single G, and you only hear it seems if I shout. So I'm gonna say these words so the world can see being black in America isn't as safe as it should be. If we're a melting pot, black, so what gives it its flavor? The part of the mixture that you only seem to taste later. So I don't understand all the mistrust, hate and the anger, acting like an occupying force with tanks full of and tasers. From going to your dad's house or just walking in the street or standing on a corner selling cigs so your kids can eat. It's been happening for centuries, so it's nothing new to me. Our history is filled with dead bodies, still no justice, no peace. It's time to lay you out, cause my words hit like the truth. From my pen to pad to vocals that reverberate from the booth. It's like for like, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You took two of ours, we took two from you. Life was lost, one by bullets, one by illegal choke. Two in a car, cause the system's so damn broke. Turn your back on the people, is what you do. Showing the whole world that your ass is a blue. You can't see the Grim Reaper standing next to you as you bring death to the cities that you walk through. So maybe it's time to find a new way to deal with the beef. The right to bear arms, not just in a country, but here on the street. No more holding back, I'm blowing up your spot, taking all you have and a lot more than you got. I'm gonna hit the road and go state to state, cause all other options seem to be just too late. Like the butcher, I'm carving you up like swine, then let the blood flow like a fresh bottle of wine. Since the reservoir is filled and spilling its banks from the holes in the ground the peace officers make. Violence is never the answer, but sometimes it's all you got left. So I got my 9 with hollows going through your bulletproof vest. When they strap me to the chair, getting ready to take my last breath, I'll put my hands in the air, give the middle finger, then lay down to rest. Yeah, baby, you know, it was me, Single G, 1428, how you like that? Life of a Single G, to my ride or dies. I woke up, it was hot and my chick wanted to go for a ride. I said, you know what you have to do to get me outside. So we fucked from 10 till noon. So when we left, I was pumped and ready to drive. Like I hit that jackpot for that $1 million prize. I dropped her off and went to get flowers for that honey that wants to be my wife. You know that shit you do to keep a little romance and happiness in her life. Before I left the shop, she called me first and said I better not come home. Talking about she knows about my side chick and I better leave her the fuck alone. Know that she had my card towed, shut up my accounts and was cutting up my phone. Even had Fido put down, so I don't even have a dog to throw a bone. Life ain't easy for a Just me and my ladies by my side, 'cause every single day seems like do or die. I needed to give her time to calm down, and I needed to find something to do. So I took the bus across town and got off at the entrance of the emergency room. My women at the hospital, old and green and burgundy, were just fine. But I picked up the one in the white coat for her beautiful mind. After shift ended, I took her to the Holiday Inn and wasted no time. I stimulated her intellect and body because she was that perfect dime. I made her speak in Latin until she was completely satisfied. Then I sent that hoe to catch a cab without saying goodbye. Life ain't easy for a single G. It seems to just keep coming for me, but I'm gonna keep walking and not break my stride. Just me and my ladies by my side, 'cause every single day seems like do or die. I knew I might die today and had no time for any type of regret. All over a drug deal last night I knew was a setup, and I still went. I saw the cops outside waiting on me when I finished taking a dump. Then I pulled out my 9, opened the door and lit their punk asses up. Their backup was coming and I had no time to get away. So I pulled out the Uzi and let the bullets spray. They had come for revenge because that deal was with a pair from Vice. But got a tip from one of their own, took the cash and put that scum on ice. Life ain't easy for a single G. It seems to just keep coming for me, yeah. But I'm going to keep walking and not break my stride. Just me and my ladies by my side, 'cause every single day seems like do or die. Now I got that narc bitch waiting for me in the getaway car. But I'm gonna go meet my side chick, get my cash and have a drink at the bar. I called my shorty who's a lawyer, who said don't worry, she had evidence to keep me free. She would get me time served, but I would have to leave town to keep living life as a single G. To my lady love,
I know when you saw me, you thought I was the one. I would take you under my wings and raise you like a son. I know you see me as a father figure, but that's not me. I'm only trying to make some cash 'cause I'm a single G.
so I took that dollar that made you broke. Then I took that word that made you choke, and I took that glare that made you blind. When I took that laugh that made you kind, so I took that heat that made you cold. Then I took that beer that made you bold, and I took that time that made you late. When I took that anger that made you hate. I know when you saw me, you thought I was the one. I would take you under my wings and raise you like a son. I know you see me as a father figure, but that's not me. I'm only trying to have some fun, 'cause I'm a single G. So I took that mic that you couldn't hold, then I took that stage that you couldn't control, and I took that spotlight that you couldn't stand. When I took that crowd that you couldn't command, so I took that deal that you couldn't make, then I took that style that you couldn't fake, and I took that lesson that you couldn't learn. When I took that achievement that you couldn't earn. I know when you saw me, you thought I was the one. I would take you under my wings and raise you like a son. I know you see me as a father figure, but that's not me. I'm only trying to get someplace, 'cause I'm a single G. So I took that path that you might have tread, then I took that life that you might have led, and I took that rhyme that you might have said. When I took that woman that you might have wed, so I took that song that you might have dropped, then I took that dream that you might have stopped, and I took that race that you might have run. When I took that award that you might have won. I know when you saw me,
So I took that gold that you turned to dust. Then I took that love that you turned to lust. And I took that applause that you turned to vain. When I took that joy that you turned to pain. So I took that success that you turned to lost. Then I took that reward that you turned to cost. And I took that assurance that you turned to relief. When I took that knowledge that you turned to belief. I know when you saw me, you thought I was the one. I would take you under my wings and raise you like a son. I know you see me as a father figure, but that's not me. I'm only trying to win this game, 'cause I'm a single G. Single G. Single G. I'm only trying to win this game, 'cause I'm a single G. When I wake up in the morning, putting on my clothes, then walking out my room, don't put nothing on the stove. All I wanna hear is you pouring after getting my bowl. I don't want nothing hot, so just that milk to make it cold. That corn and sugar is all I need to get my engine burning. It will keep me hyped first thing in the rest of the morning. Don't need anything else until I crash in the middle of the day. Then I'm running inside for that prize, so get out of my way. Then I'll be alright, so I can play ball and rap all night, until I come home and dream of marshmallow clouds and moonlight. This is Single G, and this the plans I'm going to employ. 'Cause this the mind of a serial thinker ready and to enjoy. When I wake up in the morning, putting on my clothes, then walking out my room, don't put nothing on the stove. All I wanna hear is you pouring after getting my bowl. I don't want nothing hot, so just that milk to make it cold. The corn and sugar is all I need to get my engine burning. It will keep me hyped first thing in the rest of the morning. Don't need anything else until I crash in the middle of the day. Then I'm running inside for that prize, so get out of my way. Then I'll be alright, so I can play ball and rap all night, until I come home and dream of marshmallow clouds and moonlight. This is Single G, and this the plans I'm going to employ. Because this the mind of a serial thinker ready to enjoy. This is Single G, and this the plans I'm going to employ. 'Cause this the mind of a serial thinker ready to enjoy.
serial thinker ready to enjoy.
As I sit here, my mind continues to flow. The words come to me, but I can't let them go. So I put pen to paper instead of putting on a show. This is the mind of a serial thinker ready to blow. The end always seems better at the beginning. In a state of quantum flux waiting to be observed. Better a step back than going nowhere. Better time crawling to a halt than being frozen in time. Better to have a measurable progress than giving into an unwavering force. If you put a female duck on a bench, it's easier to make the male a sitting duck. It's not anger, just realism and indifference.
As I sit here, my mind continues to shove in, inspired by the things I see from above. All I've experienced as a lonesome dove. This is the mind of a serial thinker ready to love.
If the lust for love is wrong, is the love for lust okay? In the light of love, all things seem possible. That's why I stay in the reality of the dark. Don't take for granted the things closest to your heart. Cling to them as you would for your life, for without them life is meaningless. Where do you find love between every heartbeat? How do you know love when you notice every moment between them? To love a person is to learn the song that is in their heart and to sing it to them when they have forgotten.
The problem with being passionately in love is that it deprives you of too much sleep. If I have to choose between doing something for my life or love, I choose love. The problem with unrequited love is that it's unrequited love is the hardest thing to overcome. So don't try and just move on. When you learn to express yourself through love instead of by anger, you will see the bitterness in the world around you and be glad you are not a part of it. It is less certain you will find the one you love than it is you will find the one you need.
As I sit here, my mind continues to snooze, relaxing, calm in an easy groove, harmonizing with my body, no need to move. This is the mind of a serial thinker ready to improve. Those who only seek the comforts of life tend to miss the joy of a work in progress. If the knowing of all things is impossible, then the challenges of life remains a worthy adversary. Seek not the applause of the crowd, but the smile of the individual. If all things came to those who wait, then why would anyone have tried anything? The only thing that life can guarantee is its ending. Peace and love, single G. Single G. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Your words linger like an aftertaste. It can be sweet or sour at the end of the day, depending on whether love or hate is on display. But I have no time to dwell in the negative zone, so I'm gonna keep learning while I try to atone. Like the road, I want my heart paved with gold. It's the source of my wealth, so I can never be sold. Look upon my face and into depths of my eyes. It's knowledge and wisdom from years past by. Since I have no allegiance to church or state, I see the world surrounded by one human gate. I know you wanna come to the table and have a debate, but the people have spoken and it's just too late. We're coming at you with peace and love served on a plate, while you come with a meal seasoned by war and hate. So we're gonna let you taste our recipe to change your fate. You can chew on that while we sit back and wait. Then when I say open your heart and
project your voices so I can understand your world. Embrace it and get lost. When you're finished, I'll have some food for thought, worth more than anything that can ever be bought. As we conclude, our minds will evolve and escalate. Now we can design our own world, not by those who create. As my thoughts emerge, they begin to turn and churn. The light of truth glows as the friction of my mind slowly burns. Then the fire grows, fueled by those who were condemned for writing what they observed of the universe on paper with pens. So I ignite the flame to devour the myths of the past, ending the curse of hatred that continues to get past. I release the heat to melt the misconceptions of the present, getting rid of the lines between nations that make us malevolent. And I shine the light to erase false promises of the future, so we can further build our knowledge on this human adventure. For when you perceive that life is eternal, forever lasting, time seems all that matters is your conception of reality, not mine. Delusion of the only way to ease your burden from day to day. The choir of the masses following the word gives you your say. Images of superiority brings thought into action by the saving of souls. But now your time is over, you presumptuous flee, there your life goes. So seek not God above, but within, for the brain is the trinity of evolution. As we exist in three states at once, we live in the past for we remember, we live in the present for we think, we live in the future for we dream. Thus nothing new is ever said, it is just told in a different voice, expressing an ancient human story. Thus envision your next action by conceiving a plan in this time, from the steps left in their wake. Then express your prismed insights, for if you were to die now, would what you said yesterday equal your words for tomorrow? By treating each moment in time as a link in the chain of humankind, to last forever in our universal mind. The light of the mind is a chain of thought, generations of knowledge we all sought, collapse into darkness surrounding our path. We follow the formula of wisdom's math.
Tell me what you do when you're singing the blues.
From 500 years ago, when Columbus sailed in 1492, to the sounds of chains against the stone and the crackling of weary and broken bones. From running to stay free in our ancient lands to standing in the deserts of Afghanistan. Our battle has not changed, no matter who's the man. We still turn on our brothers and sisters, ending up with blood on our hands. They hung us from trees to build their wealth on free labor over time. After they sailed us across the sea to sell us on a block, now we hang on just below the poverty line and stand there voluntarily killing each other just to sell some rock. From the time of separating from kings and a promise of freedom for everyone, they tore away our culture and words, then replaced them with Bibles and rum. Now we stand in judgment over one another, determining who's the chosen ones, as we become their American idols. Only when we can run, dance, sing, or become top models. We picked up our guns to fight for self-determination, to help heal the wounds that tore apart our nation. Now we go to stand in lines to get a job, as we walk past people who think we only steal and rob. During the time of manifest destiny and the trail of tears, when we continued our diaspora to both far and near. So we built our communities to forge our way and watch them be burned down in anger and tears. Now we bellow the sound of rhythm and blues, trying to voice our frustration over the love and pain we feel that they won't broadcast on the news. Between the Great War and Depression, we roared from our past, using the gospel of our slavery. We shattered the prohibition and blasted all that jazz. Now we're locked up from the war on drugs and build fences across our borders, while we bail out corporations and banks who hold their money like hoarders. A world war and against Jim Crow, in which we decided to participate and fight to get what was promised to all life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness and our constitutional rights. Now we have wiretaps in Guantanamo Bay, while preachers say from the pulpits marriage is not for gays. With flower power, closed fists, and rock and roll, we fought against our nation that was corrupt in illegal wars and through big oil bought and sold. Yo, now we stand around in minks, bling, and gold, while someone else raises our children or they stand out in the cold. As the disco ball stopped spinning and we woke from a dream of a mountaintop, we had to survive the era of voodoo, economics, crack, AIDS, 3 strikes, and brutality by cops. Now we stand in its aftermath of terrorism and fear, as children die in schools and buildings explode, killing those we hold dear. Now how do we go forth since we spread the message of hip-hop from the bedrock of the East to the waters of the West, to the fields of the South, to the plains of the North, and still see the Confederate that flies over capitals in many places? We must move under the flag of the red, black, and green gold to establish our land within this American nation. Take hold of that promise that was made when we left the plantation. 40 acres and a mule, 1 person, 1 vote, so we can forge our own destination. Take hold of that promise that was made when we left the plantation. 40 acres and a mule, 1 person, 1 vote, so we can forge our own destination.
This is the story of the Genesis of Revelation.
From the time of creation to the coming of Armageddon, of the wars for the souls on the human plantation, against and for a God that wants to rule all nations. In the beginning of time, I loyally served my king. Saw him design wonders of the most beautiful things. As we flew high in the air on angelic wings. In his voice of pure peace and love did we sing. Oh, we sing. From the first rays of light to pierce the dark, to the vibrating sounds that move my heart. He sculptured the universe like a piece of art, each piece set in the filament from the very start. Oh, the killing of millions with the flood of the earth, a great city with crumbled wall with no more birth, the death of 1,000 kids in Pharaoh's land by vengeful curse. Untold crimes against humanity when his name and words. Oh my Lord. Down to the garden of life I went, where humans lived like sheep. To lift the veil from their eyes, I gave them knowledge to eat. Punished punishment was swift, cast to the ground to slither and creep. But over time I regained my form and stood on my own 2 feet. The truth of absolute powers, corruption made many follow my cause. Storming the pearly gates, fighting in an angelic holy war. I am Lucifer, who was cast out for believing I could be more. Now I rule in hell rather than serve in heaven. This is the first angel's law. Sacrifice all life for eternal prosperity.
Oh, he is the Alpha to the Omega, controller of all destinies, creator of the heavens and earth and untold mysteries. Raises the joy and ire of his followers to unmatched intensities, who are willing to sacrifice all life for eternal prosperity. I was an angel living in heaven in blissful peace when my Lord summoned me to take my place in prophecy, as part of the plan to slay the followers of the beast, those who would not bow to the return of the king on his seat. And I went out on the hunt for my prey that day, the carriers of warm human hearts I sought to slay. When I found my victims, the mutilation began right away. So I stood as the masses came with no fear of a price to pay. As I applied my artwork of blood and gore in plain sight, I killed those that tried to stop me with my inhuman might. My laughter roared as the bodies piled to an amazing height. Now those who watched started to run in terror and fright. I slaughtered my way across the world in a battle with mankind, bringing a full assault, tearing apart people of all kinds, revealing the horrors that escaped from my mind, bringing death and destruction to any I could find. As I hear the last blast of the clarion horn, on scrolls being torn, bringing the final death to those who won't be reborn. Now I'm joined by the three as we make humanity more. These are the end of days as we hear the harper's chord, while the angels fly swift with their blazing swords. Killing and spreading discord, with hell right on our heels in this time of our Lord. These are the stories of the one God and his angels of light, masters of our fates from the dawn to the night, given to us with word from the past and future side.